677 federal district judges are just that, judges. They're not the President of the United States. They're not the person who put his name on the ballot, ran nationwide, got 77 million votes, won the Electoral College, head of the executive branch. They're judges.
Welcome back to Hot News Today. Today we're diving into Chairman Jim Jordan's speech on the No Rogue Rulings Act. It's about federal judges stepping out of line, and who really makes decisions in this country. The Supreme Court just backed up the Constitution in a big way. Let's get into it. Let's start with a reality check. Judges aren't presidents. They don't run the executive branch or win elections. They weren't on the ballot. Jim Jordan said it straight. People decide. We elect a president, not a judge who's never faced voters. The real question, who decides? A bureaucrat or the person chosen by the people?
District judges said this in committee. The real question ultimately is who gets to decide. Some district judge or the guy who put his name on the ballot. Some bureaucrat or the guy who ran for the office and got elected by we the people. That's the fundamental question. And guess what? We just got two decisions from the United States Supreme Court which seem to reinforce that fundamental principle, that the guy who runs and heads the executive branch should make the decision. 2 days ago, the Supreme Court said they're going to put a hold on the time on this Judge Boasberg and this migrant issue that's been with us for the last 3 weeks.
And here's where it gets huge. 2 Supreme Court decisions just backed up that core idea. First, they put a hold on Judge Boasberg's ruling on the migrant crisis, basically telling him, you don't run immigration policy. Then the very next day, they told a district judge in California, who tried to decide how many probationary employees should be in the executive branch, nope. That power doesn't belong to you. Both are wins for the Constitution, for the presidency, and honestly, for common sense. This one had people shaking their heads. Judge Boasberg actually said, turn the plane around, bring the bad guys back, bring back the illegal migrants tied to a terrorist organization. What? Let that sink in. Jim Jordan called it out. That makes no sense. Here's where the action happens. Chairman Jordan thanked Representative Issa for the No Rogue Rulings Act, a bill to stop judicial overreach. Schmidt made it stronger with a key amendment. This is about protecting democracy. Judges interpret the law, not run the country. If you care, smash that subscribe button now.
And then yesterday, Supreme Court said to this unelected district judge in California that thinks they get to decide how many probationary employees work in the executive branch, not the guy who heads the executive branch. They said no to that, those left-wing groups who were seeking standing in that case. Both decisions are wins for the Constitution, wins for the rule of law, wins for the executive branch, and maybe most importantly, wins for common sense.
To wrap this up, Jim Jordan's speech hit hard because it hit the truth. Unelected judges aren't in charge, the people are. When the Supreme Court backs that up, it's a win for every American who believes in the rule of law. Stay informed, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.